sound is off. Alrighty, happy March. March really warmed up for us here. I just want to give a quick update video. I haven't done a video in a while. It's March 6th today. Kind of a dreary day. It's almost not quite daylight savings time, but we got 43, 5:15 on the time and temp check, PM this is. Daylight savings time is this weekend, so we're going to get longer days. It's going to be lighter and longer, which real taste of spring. You know, we've had some warmer temperatures. All of a sudden, snow has melted. Pan here, see, you just have grass. Kind of doesn't look pretty because nothing's really greened up and whatever yet, but that's all right. I just came from a big estimate, not big estimate, just an estimate where somebody wanted basically the works from cleanups both fall and spring. They want they were asking for bi-weekly, which is actually going to be fine. We do I've touched upon this. I do offer bi-weekly under correct circumstances. Property in the woods, a million freaking trees. Bi-weekly's fine, as long as they don't care that they don't have like a certain, I mean, I don't really guarantee the weekly's a certain day of the week anyway, but at least it's usually consistent. It really is. It's consistent without guarantee, basically, in terms of the day. But for them, well, it could be a Monday, then it could be Thursday, and then it could be then it could be Thursday again, and then it could be a little less than 2 weeks, and it could be that Tuesday, and you kind of jump around. It depends on weather, it depends on, you know, when I kind of could squeeze you in based on a whole magnitude of factors. But anyway, with all that being said, I feel like I have the opportunity for a ton of work and an opportunity to not do as much work. I don't know, we're gonna have to figure this out with the newborn at home and childcare and how much I'm gonna be able to work, but I also want to bring in money. Like it's just hard. Everything is hard. But we're gonna figure it out. Kind of priced accordingly. I don't know. Priced accordingly. There was a ton of trees on that property, so then I'm like, I don't know if, you know, you don't need, like, it's almost sacrilegious to me to like not trim around all the trees, but it is like a crazy amount of trees. So at first I gave them the price with trimming with all the trimming, and then they're like, all right, well, if I just trim around the basic stuff, then hey, I can give you a better price, which is you know, it boggles my mind. This is where I'm trying to get to. It boggles my mind what some people pay. You know, these companies, there's a lot of companies in our area, there's just a lot of competition, but then there's just completely different demographics, and all the properties we have around here are, you know, I'm not saying large, but, you know, the smallest property is an acre, you know, and then you have people that have 15 acres. Now, are 15 mowable? No. But that one was a 2-acre property. And there were some sheds and stuff here and there. There's a lot of, I mean, you know, whatever. Probably in the house, I don't know. You take probably an acre and a half of it are mowable. But whatever. But somebody was, even if it was 1 acre, let's say between woods, driveway, house, patio, sheds, the room that the trees in general take up, but then you have to count because you got to go around those things. It takes time. But let's say, all things considered, you're just mowing an acre. They said they were paying, and I believe them, $65 every 2 weeks. Which is mind-boggling to me. I mean, my minimum is more than that for a third of an acre. Like, you know, I don't know. That's but you get what you pay for. It did look, I will say, whoever did their property for that though was doing a damn good job. They were doing a good job, because the cleanup with all those trees, there were no leaves at all on the ground. There were some small little branches here and there that have fallen, but that's to be said. We have had a lot of wind. The cleanup itself would be very easy on that property. So that's not a concern at all. But it seemed like, I don't know, it seemed like the cleanup price was pretty spot on. They're happy with that. They were a little, they thought the mow price was a little high. And then the plow price, they didn't really comment on, but it seemed like they really liked that I could provide all this insurance to them that also they're probably not paying for, which is obviously reflected in the cheaper price that you were paying before. So we'll see. They're also keep asking about prepaying for everything. So they're big prepay people. I love prepay people. So that's lovely. I'll offer. So I'm going to write up a more formal estimate. Have her accept it. Well, if she wants to accept it. Basically, what I can do for her is give her a cheap price, especially if or affordable price, and then that helps me. Just be realistic. If you do this part-time, have a newborn at home, how do you swing all this? Well, I'm kind of finding this niche, and that is, if you're watching these videos, the Brian's Limit, they're all trying to, they're more catering to the full-time guys in the weekend or whatever. They're telling everybody stay far, far away from the bi-weeklies. I'm saying bring them on. I used to stay away. Charge appropriately. You could charge more per cut than you do for a weekly. You don't have to go. If it's a property that's fertilized, irrigated, whatever, hell no, don't do it. But if it's one in the woods that barely grows, you can get more per cut. You could have way more flexibility. So that it could be a rainy week. Oh my God, I'm so backed up because of the rain. Go on the weekend. Who cares? They don't care. Their expectations are low. And I'm not saying to seek those for half-ass work, but if you can get them to prepay and their money is good for the season, their expectations are not super high. I'm not, there's a good healthy middle ground with some of these clients, and those are the ones you want. If you can get a bunch of those, then you're really talking about some really, really solid income with not having to stress yourself out with, oh my God, this one needs to be mowed by on a Friday. Oh, but we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's gonna rain, but I need to do this one on Friday. But what am I gonna do with the Wednesday, Thursday ones that should have been I have to check in with my, this is also where you guys are probably way ahead of me. I have to check in with the properties that I'm currently doing, seeing if they want to renew. One had kind of told me that they were not going to renew, that the guy, basically it was his mother's house, but he had gotten divorced, so he was gonna start living there, and he kept apologizing, telling me how great of a job, how great the property is, but if they could cut an expense, they could, whatever, it's fine, whatever, it is what it is. Honestly, at first I was kind of a little bummed because it's right next to one, so it's so easy. You're bam bam, the truck doesn't move, that's what you want. But that's fine, it's not a big deal. What I am kind of look at going forward is I need to do maintenance on my skeg. I think I gotta not just do oil change and I think I gotta do hydro change as well, which Hasn't been done, but it's been about a year, so it should be done. I don't even know how many hours that thing has on it. I don't know. I'll check the hours. It should be done, but that's on my list to do. I'm in need of a mower, and I would like to get. If I keep acquiring these big properties and have little time, I would like to get a 72, which might be overkill, but I don't know. I think that could really cut down on time. They're expensive, but they're also not as desirable. So I have seen, of course, now that I'm looking, I don't see anything that I'm like yes, I need, but I have seen them on Marketplace in the past for cheaper than 61s. So, you know, all things to be considered. But plows off the truck. I made a little video on that. I don't know, the next couple of weeks we could. I never rule out a March snowstorm. Never, ever, ever. But as of right now, next few weeks look warm, 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 baby. So, you know, who knows? Sorry, it's just tight here. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm kind of thinking there's a possibility for a warm spring. So, warm spring, an early spring. And if that happens, that's great. I could even start some of my cleanups late March. Who knows? But who knows? We're home. We're home. Everybody have a good start to your spring season if that's what you're doing, or finish winter strong. Sounds good. Peace out.